Disputing late payments with credit bureaus to improve your credit. Having late payments on your credit report can significantly damage your credit score. Late payments suggest you have trouble managing debt or making payments on time. This lowers your creditworthiness in the eyes of lenders. Fortunately, you have the right to dispute any late payments that you believe are reported in error on your credit report. If the credit bureau agrees the late payment information is inaccurate or unverifiable, they will remove it from your report. This can potentially boost your credit score. This article explains how disputing late payments on your credit report works and how it can help improve your credit. The impact of late payments on your credit. Before explaining how to dispute late payments, it's important to understand just how much they can damage your credit. Payment history makes up 35% of your FICO credit score calculation. If you have late payments, your score will take a major hit. For example, according to my FICO, someone with no late payments and a 780 credit score could see their score drop between 90,110 points after just one 30-day late payment. The impact is even worse if the payment is over 90 days late. Late payments make you look like a risky borrower who might default on credit obligations. It suggests you are struggling financially. Lenders see late payments as a red flag, so you often won't get approved for new credit or will pay higher interest rates if you do. How disputing late payments can help. Disputing and removing late payments from your credit report can potentially improve your credit score. Since payment history is a major factor in your score, getting rid of inaccurate late payments can boost your score. However, credit scoring models are complex. Removing a late payment may not always result in a specific point increase in your score, but it should at least help raise your score up over time. The late payment will no longer be dragging down your credit history. Disputing late payments also improves your credit report itself. This is important because lenders often review your full credit report, not just your score when making lending decisions. If they see late payments on your report, they may deny your application even if you have a high credit score. How to dispute late payments on your credit report. You have the right under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, FCRA, to dispute any inaccurate or incomplete information on your credit report. Here are the basic steps to dispute late payments. Get copies of your credit reports from Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Review them closely and identify any late payments you believe are wrong. Write dispute letters to each credit bureau that is reporting the late payment. Explain why you are disputing the information and request that it is removed or corrected. Include copies of any proof, such as canceled checks or bank statements. Send the dispute letters by certified mail so you have proof it was received. The credit bureaus must investigate within 30 days of receiving your dispute. If the credit bureau determines the late payment information is inaccurate or cannot be verified, it must be removed from your credit report. If the credit bureau does not remove the late payment, you can ask that a statement of dispute be added to your credit report to explain your side. Tips for an effective dispute. Follow these tips to make your late payment disputes as effective as possible. Act quickly and dispute the late payment as soon as you notice it. Negative information stays on your report for up to 7 years. The sooner you act, the sooner it can be removed. Be thorough and detailed in your dispute letter. Clearly explain why you are disputing the information and your reasoning. Provide any evidence you may have. If it is a case of mistaken identity, include identifying details like your social security number to prove the late payment does not belong to you. Keep copies of your dispute letter and enclosures so you can follow up if necessary. If the credit bureau does not remove the late payment, you can submit an appeal or complaint to regulators such as the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Common reasons for late payment disputes. Here are some of the common reasons people dispute late payments on their credit reports. Incorrect due date. Your statement may have listed an incorrect payment due date, so the payment was not actually late. Account mix-ups. You were the victim of mistaken identity, or a payment was credited to the wrong account. Processing delays. You paid on time but there were delays in the payment reaching the creditor or getting applied to your account. Postal service errors. Your payment was mailed on time but lost or delayed in transit. Unauthorized charges. You dispute the charges that resulted in the purported late payment. Settled accounts. You settled an account with the creditor but the late payments remain. Disputing multiple late payments. If you have multiple late payments on your report that you believe are inaccurate, there are a few options. Send separate dispute letters challenging each late payment individually. List the specific reasons why each payment is disputed. Dispute all of the late payments in one comprehensive letter if the reasons given apply to all of the payments. For example, if billing errors by the creditor resulted in multiple incorrect late payments. Prioritize disputing the most recent late payments first, since these likely impact your score the most. Then work backwards disputing older late payments. It can take persistence, but getting multiple late payments removed from your credit report is possible if you methodically work through disputing each one. When late payment disputes are unsuccessful. In some cases, the credit bureau will not remove a late payment after investigating your dispute. There are still some options if a dispute is unsuccessful. Ask the credit bureau to add a statement to your credit report explaining your side of the dispute. This at least documents your claim that the payment was not late. Contact the creditor directly to ask them to review the payment again or remove the late reporting. Provide any information you have. If you have evidence the creditor is reporting the payment inaccurately on purpose out of spite, you can file a complaint alleging malicious credit reporting. Try disputing the late payment again after some time has passed, as reporting standards can change. Provide new evidence if possible. Consult a consumer credit attorney about additional options, such as legal action against a credit bureau or creditor if the error is legitimate but uncorrected. Correcting credit report errors. In addition to disputing late payments, make sure you are regularly reviewing your credit reports from Equifax, Experian and TransUnion for any other inaccuracies.